Am I the a-hole for pretending to be asleep instead of letting my roommate in? I 19F live in a university dorm with a roommate 18F. This semester we haven't fought, but she's been continuously frustrating. On multiple occasions, she has forgotten her room key and asked me to let her in. This wouldn't be an issue if it wasn't such a common occurrence for her to expect me to run across campus for her or let her in at early hours. She could easily go to the residence help desk and get a spare key, as it is less than a block away and open 24/7, but always chooses not to. She has also, on multiple occasions, given me no warning before replacing her key and in the process, demagnetizing mine. This is slightly annoying because when I get back from a 3-hour lab, I would like to be able to fix my key before I get to my room and realize I can't open the door. Over the reading week, she also called me numerous times asking me to search for her wallet and key in the room, even though I had told her and texted her that night that I was at home hours away from the university. In addition to all of this, it is clear that she hates living in residence and is just negative to be around. Now this is the part where I might be the a-hole. The other night I fell asleep at 2 a.m. after studying for finals. She came home at 5 a.m. and turned on all the lights. This woke me up, but only enough to make my eyes open and look around before I fell back asleep as she left the room. As far as my roommate knew, I was asleep the whole time. A few minutes later, she tried to call me and my phone rang. I looked at my phone and when I saw it was her, I muted it, figuring she was trying to get me to let her back into our room. She tried calling me again, making my phone vibrate and falling onto the floor from my lofted bed. I later found out she tried to call me 4 times. Eventually, she started continuously knocking loudly on the door. I still didn't get out of bed. After 5 minutes, she started calling my name and it almost sounded like she was crying in the hall. It is exam season, so quiet hours were in effect, especially strictly. Eventually, someone else let her in, probably the RA resident assistant on duty or our RA down the hall. When she came back into the room, I pretended to be asleep so she wouldn't know I was ignoring her the whole time. So am I the a-hole?
Here are the top comments.
I'm an RA myself. Definitely not the a-hole. I mean, hell, sometimes when residents who frequently forget their keys call me, I'll take as long as I need to get there. Sometimes sitting in the hall and waiting for 15 to 20 minutes will teach them a lesson. It's not your job to let your roommate in, especially at 5 in the morning during finals week. Besides, she's a damn adult. She's got to start remembering her key or she's gonna have a rough time as soon as she gets her own place. It sounds like someone, maybe yourself or an RA or a staff member, needs to have a sit-down talk with your roommate about why she keeps forgetting her key.
Not the a-hole. She should just ask the administration for help getting in instead of disturbing your sleep at such an early hour and then crying like a child.
Sit down and have a conversation with her. Obviously, she is used to someone taking care of her, and that is not your job. Let her know you are done participating in her learned helplessness and key issues.